mug. Or, well, one of my favorite mugs. Ah. That's right. Mug. Muggage. Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Fears. I got some 5 o'clock shadow going on today. That's alright. That's okay. I'll shave soon. Alright. Work was good. We're getting closer to Christmas. We had 50,000 last night. So, a little bit more, but not too out of control, you know? We haven't hit that crazy margin yet, but we will. But 50,000 boxes is quite a lot, you know? So, yeah, it was pretty nuts. But it wasn't like too nuts, you know what I'm saying? In about probably a week or two, that's when we'll get kind of crazy, like to the 60 to 70,000. Last year, for a couple of days, we had like 100,000 or close to 100,000. I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know if it was truly 100,000. It was pretty damn close, though. It was like 90,000, 89,000. It was insane last year. So the closer we get to Christmas, the more people are going to buy gifts and presents for their loved ones. Fears has got his Santa Claus, I Believe shirt on today in the spirit, in the spirit of Christmas. And as you guys have seen, just like Halloween, just like Thanksgiving, every single stream will have a different thumbnail around the holidays. So we did nothing but Thanksgiving. Now that Thanksgiving's over, bam! Now we're in Christmas time. So today I decided to pick Father Christmas, but not just any Father Christmas. That's the British version of Father Christmas. Let me show you something. Okay. Bam! Right here. This is the American version of Santa. That's the American version. All right? Booyah! This is the British version of Santa. I think my mom bought these for me because my mom, back in the day, wanted me to have both cultures. She wanted me to have my American culture, and she wanted to have my British culture. They do look alike, but American version, British version. So they're pretty similar. He wears a basket, and he carries a bell, and he wears a wreath, and he just uses some rope to tie around his waist. Santa has an actual belt, the American version. So yeah. So pretty cool. So, they're both Santa Claus. Father Christmas, that's what they call Santa Claus in England. Father Christmas, Old Saint Nick, Santa Claus, Kris Kringle. The American version has got many names, but there you are. I think I'll put Santa Claus up here. Oh, hang on. Make sure he's in the shot. Bam. And bam. There you are. Sweetness. All right. Let's open up the chat. There we go. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a great day. Now, I do have something to tell you guys. Before I went to work last night, I was kind of perusing through my 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 hard drive right here, and I found some lost footage. I thought I had already uploaded this footage, but apparently not. So the next vlog is going to be an old convention. I mean, like, it's either a year old or 2 years old. I'm going to have to look inside the footage in the album and see what year I went to this convention. So, I'm going to get that old footage up. Then we're going to get back to the other more recent vlogs that I need to catch up on. So, yeah. Anyway, today's topics are, we're going to be reviewing not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 films. I watched 2 last night, and I watched 2 today. Then we're going to do the history of the Christmas tree. Then we're going to do the top 10 Christmas decorations, not only that I have, but then the top 10 Christmas decorations just in general. So, 2 top 10 lists. And then we're going to discuss what is there to do around Christmas time in Orlando. I have no idea. I mean, there's things that I do, and I'll write that stuff down. But then, just in general, I'm going to go to Google and write in, what is there to do in Orlando at Christmas time, and see what pops up. As you can see, it's not my favorite mug, but it's one of my favorite mugs. Anyway, those are the topics today. Let's open up the chat. There we are. Okay, there we go. What is there? Yo! Tinder Immortal, what's going on? Good to see you. She says, top 10 experiences in the snow. We can do that. Christmas mansion dance, lost footage. No. That was never lost, Tinder Immortal. The mansion dance is up. It is. Pixel edited a version for me. Then I edited my own version. That's up. No, the lost footage that I'm talking about is an old convention that I went to. It's either a year ago or 2 years ago. I'm going to have to watch the footage and see if I can remember how long ago this was. But I was just looking through my footage, and I was like, holy shit, I forgot about this footage. So that's what I'm going to work on tonight. So before any new vlogs, I've got to get this old content up, because God knows how old this footage is. I think this footage is either 2 years old or 1 year old. I don't remember. I have no idea. But as I was looking through my hard drive last night before I went to work, I was like, what the hell is in this album? I clicked on the album, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to upload this. And it's a convention I went to, I think by myself. I didn't see anyone in the footage. I didn't see Randall in it. I didn't see my buddy Eric. I didn't see anyone. I saw people at the convention that I bumped into, like all my friends that usually show up at Jeff's convention. So it is one of Jeff's conventions. So it has to be within the last 2 years, 3 years, somewhere in there. But I don't actually know how long ago this was. But I'll find out. I will find out. But yeah, we can do that, Tinder Immortal. But why don't we start off with Tinder Immortal's top 10 experiences in the snow? Because that's a good one. What's up, Lantern? Lantern says, howdy, Tinder, yo, fears. And then Tinder Immortal is going, she's bunging it in the chat. She said, bung, gung, chung, long, rung. That's good. Dung. From Lantern. There you are. I mean, now you're getting it. Now you're definitely getting it. You're definitely getting it. You're definitely on the right track. Tinder Immortal, I'm telling you, you gotta upload some more content, because even though you can't stream, you can still upload content on Tinder Immortal. Or you should be able to. You should be able to. The chat is bunging it up this morning. Well, it's not really morning anymore. It's 1 in the afternoon. Well, it is for us. I don't know how it is in... What time is it in California? I always forget. Are they 2 hours behind us or 2 hours in front of us? Hang on. I'll figure this out. Let me go to Google. I either ask you guys, but if I can figure it out myself, then I always go to Google and figure it out. So, what time is it in LA right now? Oh, it is! Right now, it says time in Los Angeles, Monday, December 2nd, 2024. It's 10:26 a.m. All right, so they're a couple hours behind us. So that means they're at least 3 hours behind us. 12, 11, 10. Yeah, 3 hours behind. I did not know that. Or, well, I knew it, but I had forgotten it. Excuse me. I knew it. I just forgot. Tinder Immortal, it's been a long time since I've been to California. I can't even remember the last time I was in California. Probably, I've only went to California, I believe, twice in my life. Once with my mom and my dad and my brother, and we saw all the Hollywood stuff. We did the Wax Museum. We did the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We got a picture in front of the Hollywood sign. We went to the Chinese Man's Theater. I put my handprints in Eddie Murphy's, and I gave my brother my disposable camera, and then I kind of looked up as my hands were in his handprints because I love Eddie Murphy. I think he's fucking hilarious, and I was all like smiling. So that was one trip, and then another trip, my British family came into town, and we were already heading that way to California, and they begged us for us to go to Disneyland, for us to take them to Disneyland. That's the one and only time I've ever been to Disneyland. One time. I hope I get to go more. I've been to Disney World, as you guys know, a shitload of times. But Disneyland, one time. And the only thing I can remember is me, my mom, my dad, and my brother, and I believe my British family was on this ride with us because they were with us. I begged my mom, I said, Mom, Walt Disney is a hero of mine. I said, Mom, he built Disneyland before Disney World. I said, we got to ride his favorite ride. And my mom was like, well, what's his favorite ride? And I knew what his favorite ride was because I did a report on him in high school and in middle school, and I did another report on him in college. 3 reports. So my mom was like, well, which one is it? And I said, it's the carousel. I said, him and Mrs. Disney would ride it all the time. So we hopped on the carousel. That's the only thing that I remember from that vacation. So yeah. Anyway, let me catch up with the chat here. Chung, Lung, Rung, Dung. The chat is bugging it up. As I said, Tinder Immortal, now you're getting it. Tinder Immortal says 10 o'clock. Yeah, I know. I forgot. I knew that. I forgot that you guys were 3 hours behind. Because in Florida, it's 1:29 right now. So technically, for Tinder Immortal, it is still the morning. So there it is. Well, Tinder Immortal, I hope you have your coffee while you're watching Fears. I love me some coffee. I need me some coffee. I like my coffee. That's what I'm saying. I need it. I need it. I enjoy it. I like it. I cherish it. I can't function without it. It's a must. So there it is. All right. Mr. Lantern says, hell yeah, Tinder Immortal. Jucifer is here. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. He says, what up, Fears Boy? Chilling. Doing good. Well, I should say, doing better. The last couple of days were really shitty and really stressful, and I was going out of my fucking mind, and I almost pretty much put a gun to my head. Or I wanted to, because of all the stress. All the stress, excuse me. I can't even talk today. I'm a little tired. It was a late night last night at work. We had 50,000. That's a lot of boxes. I didn't get out of there until 9:45, 10 o'clock. Usually I'm out of there early because the drivers have to be out earlier than us. They can keep us as long as they want, but the drivers have to be out by 9:45. If they're not on the road by 9:45, then the drivers get, like, in trouble. And I've seen the drivers get in trouble. Like, the manager will come out and they'll start bitching and moaning, like, what the fuck are you still doing here? You need to be on the road. 9:45. Out of here. Go. Do it. Now. And they get pissed if the drivers are not on the road by 9:45. So if you make it out of the warehouse at 9:40, if you're a driver, then you're fine. But if you're 9:46 and you're still in the warehouse, they're going to be pissed. Now, me, I'm not a driver, so I can stay there as long as I want, and then they're just like, whatever they tell me, hey, Fears, you're good to go, I'm like, peace, deuce, I'm out of here, But if you're a driver, and you're in there still, and you haven't been on the road at 9:45, then you're in some serious shit. So, yeah. So, bear with me. I need the coffee to kick in, because I'm a little fucking tired. So, yeah. But, Jucifer, let's just put it this way. I feel better. I'm going to really try not to give the trolls the power and not argue with them anymore. I'm going to try. They know what buttons to push. But the last 4 or 5 days have been absolutely... I've been stressed out of my mind. Whenever I get a lot of stress, it hurts my stomach because I have Crohn's. Yakov is an asshole. He literally was trolling me so hard that my stomach started to hurt, and I could feel it coming, and I went, oh shit, I'm going to puke. And I had to run to the bathroom, and I didn't puke a lot, but I did puke. I puked a little bit. So, I'm still pretty upset at Yakov. And then Quentin said one of the most evil things you could possibly say, not just to me, anyone. He looked at me and said, I know it's not true. I know he just said it because he doesn't like me and I don't like him. Quentin has never been nice. Anytime I've interacted with him, it's, oh, fuck you, Fears, your content's shit, you're this, you're that. He's never said anything nice. Ever. So, a couple of days ago in the chat, he was just like, Fears, you don't have the chops for editing, you're a bad editor, your content's shit. He goes, if you actually made something good, I would not shit on it. And I gave him this. I said, you know what, Quentin? I said, I know that not every video is going to be a winner, and I don't expect everyone to like everything. But I know for a fact that there are some videos that I worked really hard on. Now, I will admit, some videos, I was just kind of fucking lazy, and I was just like, oh, whatever, I'm so tired. Here, let me just edit this, whatever, that'll tide them over, boom, upload. That's only on some videos. Mostly, 11 times out of 12, I put a lot of hard work into my streams, into my videos. And I was on the phone with Randall, I said, and Randall was like, Fears, he's just saying that to hurt your feelings. I'm like, oh, I know, Randall. And Randall's like, Fears, I'm your best friend. And he goes, I'm going to say this. He goes, I'm going to be honest, Fears. He goes, I'm not just saying this because I'm your friend. He goes, you've got well over 1,000 videos up. If you combined Fears Vlogs and Fears Man 26, he goes, you have well over 1,000 videos. Easy. And I said, yeah, Randall. I said, I've never done a full count of how many videos I have on each channel. He goes, Fears, I know it's well over 1,000. And I said, yeah, what's your point? And he was like, my point is, he goes, yeah, they're not all going to be winners, Fears. He goes, but a lot of them are really good because I've seen you put a lot of hard work and effort into it. So it was very hurtful when Quentin said, not one of your videos is good. You don't have the chops for editing. It's sad and pathetic that you dedicate your life to YouTube because it's not going to go anywhere. And I don't know his exact words, but he said something to that effect. And I was just like, man, that's really hurtful. So, I would say I'm doing, to answer your statement, Jucifer, I'm doing better. I'm still very upset, but I'm doing better. But the show must go on. But I feel a lot better. Anyway, let's continue on. Eddie Murphy photo sounds epic. I don't have it here, Tinder Immortal. It's somewhere in Missouri. I should have brought it with me and framed it because I was at the Chinese man. This is as much as I can remember. I remember it was me, my mom, my dad, my brother, and I think my British grandma and my American grandma was with us, but I'm not 100% sure. I know for a fact it was me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. I'm just not for sure on my grandparents if they were there. And I begged my dad. I said, Dad, I love Eddie Murphy. I said, we got to go to the Chinese Man's Theater. My dad's like, oh, yeah, we'll go. And I said, yeah, but I said, I'm on a mission. And you guys know fears. When I'm on a mission, I'm on a fucking mission. And I said, Dad, I want to put my hands in Eddie Murphy's handprints. And I said, I want to kneel down, look up, and then my brother grabbed my disposable camera and took a photo of me with my hands in Eddie Murphy. It's somewhere, Tinder Immortal. I don't know where it is. It's I know it's somewhere in Missouri. It's not here. So I don't, it's probably in a box somewhere in Missouri collecting dust. But I was like somewhere between 13 and 15 when that happened. I don't honestly remember what age. It was somewhere in my early teens, like 12, 13, 14, 15. Somewhere in there is when that photo happened. Because I know it happened before I was in 9th grade. 9th or 10th grade. I think it was like, it either happened when I was in 7th or 8th grade. Somewhere in there. I cannot remember, but somewhere in there. Anyway. Jucifer says, damn. Yeah, damn's right. Yeah, it hurts, Jucifer. Whenever they, like, attack me and attack my work. Well, first of all, I'm just sick of all the harassment and all the abuse. And second, to, like, make fun of someone's content. Yeah, I understand. They're not all going to be winners. You know, some streams are going to be better than other streams. Some videos are going to be better than... Yeah, but to say your entire work on YouTube is shit. That was very hurtful. But it is what it is. But I would expect nothing less from Quentin because he's an evil person. He's a very disrespectful person. And he's not a positive person. He's always negative. What's up, Joey? But that's how you have to deal with these idiots. So I've been trying to ignore them. Like Yakov's tried to reach out a few times in the Discord, and I've just been totally ignoring him because I know if I start a conversation with him, his goal is to annoy the hell out of me. So yeah. So now he's really sapping it on. Oh, Fears, we're best friends. I love you, man. I'm like, that's just completely untrue. I'm like, Yakov is so full of shit. So yeah. I believe he is, Joey. I heard about LC. I was a little nervous because I don't do drugs, but apparently LC was at a party last night and he took some type of narcotic. I don't know what. And Pixel was like, oh yeah, like, you'll be tripping here soon. Apparently he was tripping, and then he had to go to work today. Thank God he's all right. I saw a picture of him, so I just wrote to LC in the Discord and said, glad you're okay, buddy. So yeah, I don't care if other people do it. I'm just not into drugs. I never have been. I tried marijuana once in college. Didn't even faze me. Maybe because I was too drunk. I had been drinking a lot, and I was at my friend... This ain't her real name. It's her nickname. She went by Dez in college. I know her real nickname. I mean, I know her real name, but that was her nickname. She's like, hey, Fierce, try this. I tried it. And she's like, I'll come and check on you in a little bit. And I went, right on. I took a few puffs, kept drinking. She came back, I don't know, an hour or two later, and she's like, you feeling it? And I was like, not really. And she's like, take a couple more hits, Fears. And I said, okay. So I took a couple more hits. Nothing. And she's like, how much have you had to drink? And I looked at her and I was like, well, I'm not going to lie to her. I looked at her and said, a lot. I said, I've been at the bar almost all night. And I said, if I wasn't at the bar, I've been sitting on your couch. Because she had this amazing bar. And she was renting this place while we were in college with her boyfriend. So, and her boyfriend loved to drink, so he had this great bar. And he just kept pouring me drinks, and I was drinking pretty much all fucking night. I ended up crashing there because I was like, well, I'm too drunk to drive. I'm just going to crash into your couch. Is that cool? And she's like, yeah, no worries. So she came back, and she's like, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I said, I'm drunk. She's like, yeah, but are you feeling it? I was like, Dez, feeling nothing. So after I did that, I didn't feel anything. I was like, I thought weed was supposed to, like, give you the munchies and make you act weird. Nothing. I got no reaction, so I just kept drinking. So after that, I was like, I'm not going to do drugs anymore, you know? So I did it that one time. That was it. So that was my one and only. I've seen people do drugs, you know, in college. Remember all the stories I told you? So I've seen people do it, but I only did it that one time. Just to try it, just to experiment. But it didn't do anything. I said, well, if it doesn't do anything to me, then I'm like, I'm not going to do it, you know? I'm just not into it. It's not my thing. That's not true, N4. N4 says R.I.P. LC. That's not true at all. He is alive and well. So to answer your question, Joey, yes, he is still alive. He is still alive. But yeah. And it seems like he's okay. So that's why I wrote, I'm glad he's okay. All right. Well, let's start off with a bang. I was going to do my top 10 first, but Tinder Immortal wanted me to do the top 10 times, top 10 experiences in the snow. I can do that. I'm from Missouri. I've had to deal with snow almost all my life. All right. Until I moved to Florida. Give me warm weather any day. I used to love snow when I was a kid. Now, as an adult, snow is kind of a pain in the ass. So, yeah. As a kid, yes, I loved snow. I went sledding. I did the whole 9 yards. As an adult, give me the beach. Give me hot babes at the beach. Give me warm weather any day. All right, here we go. And there's one more area right here. So I'll do that one, Tinder Immortal, and then we'll start a new one. All right, here we go. Top 10 experiences in the snow. The first experience, you guys can look up this place. It's a real place. So for all the idiots out there that think I lie all the time, you can look it up. It's a real place in Missouri. We went many times. Sometimes I would go with my friends. Sometimes I would go with my family. There's a big hill in this park. It's called Forest Park. It's like, I don't know if it's downtown St. Louis, but it's in St. Louis. It's called Forest Park. It's a big-ass park. And in this park, they have a massive, massive, massive hill. And whenever there's snow on it, it's a perfect hill for, like, sledding. It starts like this, and then it literally goes, bam! So you're sitting at the top right here, and then you just kind of, you nudge forward, and then it goes from flat to bam! And you go all the way down. It's really fast. So I'm going to put anytime sledding at Forest Park, because I went many times. So any time I went sledding at Forest Park. All right, number 2. Anytime me and my dad made a snowman. Because sometimes I would make a snowman by myself. Sometimes I made a snowman with my brother. Other times I made it with my dad. So, making snowman. I'll just put with my family because my brother is part of my family. So, either by myself, with my brother, or with my dad. So, with my family. Anytime I had to shovel the driveway was always fun. I actually enjoyed shoveling the driveway because 1, it helped my mom out, and 2, when I was a kid, I loved being outside playing and being in the snow. Now, as an adult, I'm like, give me warm weather any day. But it was awesome that I got to help my mom out because I always try and help my mom out as much as I can because she's my mom and I love her. So shoveling the driveway. All right, number 4. This is another sledding. You guys have seen some of my Jackass video that me and my buddy Eric, Tom, and Trent, and Jesse made. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's at the very end of the film where we just called it extreme sledding. And going down hills and jumping into trees while they were in the snow was one of the most funnest times I've ever had with my buddies, making that that kind of our version of the Jackass. We called it the Idiots because we didn't want to say Jackass 2.0, so we called our Jackass movie that we made the Idiots. So we were trying to find different ways. So we were like sledding down hills and crashing into trees, jumping into trees that had a lot of snow, and pretty much sledding as hardcore as we possibly could. So I'm going to put down extreme sledding / the Idiots film. All right, number 5. Probably another time when me and Eric and Tom went sledding. Tom dared me. Tom found this metal trash can in a park, and he said, Fears, I'm going to take out the bag, get in the metal barrel trash can. Me and Eric will put it lopsided like this and roll you down the hill in this metal barrel trash can. And I went, that sounds hilarious. So, trash can barrel rolling in the snow. When you live in Missouri, usually we get a white Christmas. Not every single time, but anytime there's been a white Christmas, that's always a good time, Tinder Immortal. So I'm going to put down every white Christmas that Fears has ever had. And I'll be right back because I need to use the restroom. So I need 4 more on this list. I'll be right back. Tinder Immortal says, love the theme of this stream. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'll be right back. But I'll just go ahead and study one of my favorite mugs. I love this mug. It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorite. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right. Tinder Immortal, I gotta be honest, this one's kind of hard because I'm running out of memories of me in the snow, but I'm gonna try. I've got a couple more, I don't know if this next one counts. Whenever I was in Arizona, it gets really hot in Arizona, and it gets really hot in Florida. The difference is Florida heat is just tons of humidity. So if it's like 90, it'll feel like 110 with the humidity, but it's not really 110, it's only 90. The difference in Arizona is it's just dry heat. Very dry heat because it's a desert. Mostly Arizona is a desert. Mostly. There are some parts that aren't, but mostly it's a desert. So it would get up to like 100, 105. Crazy in Arizona. But I just remember I was either on my way to work early in the morning or I was on my way to school. I cannot remember. But it was cold in the morning because it does get cold in the morning here in Florida and in Arizona. And it got cold, really, really cold at night in Arizona and here in Florida. So I got up, didn't expect this, and in Missouri, I would use a scraper all the time in Missouri to like scrape off the frost and the snow. But I didn't think I would need one in Arizona. I got up one morning. It was very early, like, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock. Went out into the parking lot, about ready to get in my car, and I see that frost had went over my windows, Tinder Immortal. And I was like, oh shit. And that was the one and only time that it happened in Arizona. I was like, wow, I didn't expect frost in Arizona, but it happened. It got cold enough for frost. So I'm going to put that one down. I think that one counts. So, frost in Arizona. All right, number 8. I don't know if you would consider this one Tinder Immortal because it was fake snow. It wasn't real snow, but it was fake snow. I remember as a kid, I don't remember what mall this was, but it was me, my brother, my mom, my dad, both my British grandma and my American grandma, and then all my cousins. I have 4 cousins on my dad's side because my dad's sister had 4 kids, so it was my Aunt Donna, her husband, and my 4 cousins. We all went to go visit Santa in Missouri. I don't even know if this mall exists anymore because it was such a long time ago in Missouri. And it wasn't in St. Louis. It was somewhere else in Missouri. I don't remember where. But we walked into the mall and there was this big red sign that said Santa's Winter Wonder World. And you walked through and you went up these stairs and then you went across a bridge, and on either side was kind of like a pond with water in it, and you walked across this red bridge. And he was on this island, and he was in this little kind of log cabin, and he was sitting on a couch in this open log cabin, and around the log cabin was tons of fake snow and presents and elves, and it was probably one of the best times I've ever visited Santa ever in my life, because it was so elaborate, and they put so much like fucking effort into it that it was, and I was like maybe, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 at the time. So I was like, oh, wow, this is incredible. So I'm going to put it down. Even though it's not real snow, it's fake snow, I think it still counts. So Santa's Winter Wonderland. Let's see, number 9. I need 2 more, number 9 and number 10. Probably anytime me and my family got in the car and went and checked out Christmas lights, and it was snowing, was always fun. So, Christmas lights in snow. And then, any snowball fight I've ever had with my family or my friends. So, snowball fights. Alright. I had to squeeze it in. It was getting kind of little. Alright. Brand new piece of paper. Alright, let me catch up with the chat here. Let's see here. Landon says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It stinks in here. It's funky and smelly. Lantern, I definitely didn't go number 2. I went number 1, and then I washed my hands, and then I came back, Lantern. So, There is no smelly here, buddy. I'm just being honest. Fear stinks up the bathroom. Or restroom again. Not true, Lantern. I went number 1. So, yeah. Well, the reason why I timed you out, N4, it's something that you wrote that I didn't like. It's not that I don't like you. I do like you, but just keep it friendly in the chat so I don't have to time you out. You know? And I'm not going to put up with bad comments or trolly stuff. So, unfortunately, I'm going to delete your comments because, you know, you're trying to start some shit. So, just keep it cool. And I wouldn't have to time you out or delete your message. Just keep it friendly. It's pretty simple. So there it is. All right. Next. Top 10. I'm going to do 2 top 10s. I'm going to do top 10 Christmas decor that I have and then just top 10 Christmas decor in general. So yeah. All right, N4, I've had enough. You know, come back whenever you can be cool, because he's just going to keep bitching and moaning. I gave him a chance. I'm telling you. You know, when will they ever learn? Just keep it cool. Keep it positive in the chat. And there he goes. He's bitching and moaning. I don't have time for it. Bye, you're gone. I didn't block him. I just timed him out for the day. I give people a chance, and then they just keep egging it on and egging it on. Shut the hell up, N4. I've had enough. I love it. You give them a chance, you give them a little rope, and then they take a fucking yard. Ugh. Anyway, let's continue on. All right. Top 10 Christmas decor that I have. And then we'll do top 10 Christmas decor in general. All right, let's see here. Let's see. I would say the Christmas wrapping paper that I picked out this year is by far one of the best, because Christmas wrapping paper is decor, decorations, and it's under the tree. I haven't shown it to you yet because, in my opinion, I think it's that fucking epic. Plus, it's very predictable what Fears has got. Think about all the things that Fears likes, because you guys probably know me better than I know myself, because I tell you guys not everything, but almost everything. So you can probably guess what type of Christmas wrapping paper I've been wrapping all my gifts. And I've already bought Enzo. Enzo's the only one I took care of really quick, because he doesn't care what I get him. If I get him a doggy bone, you know, or some doggy treats, he's a happy camper. So I thought, well, he's the easiest one in my family because I consider my pets to be family members too. So I was like, I'll knock him out easy, you know? And then I'll get to my brother and my brother's wife and my mom and my aunt and everybody else. And then Elsie. And I've got Elsie's youngest son. I always buy Elsie's youngest son a gift, and always Elsie, because Elsie usually will take care of the rest of his family because he's a good father. But he always invites me to his party, so I'm like, well, I'll get the little guy a gift, and then I'll get Elsie a gift. And everybody was impressed when I got Elsie last year. I got him a Monopoly version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And everyone thought that was cool. So, Joey, I got to top that. So, I've already bought his little son something. As soon as I saw it, I was like, he'll love that. But I haven't figured out what I'm going to get LC yet. But when I go out shopping here in a couple of days, because I got to pay my rent tomorrow. I'm going to pay my rent. And then within the next couple of days, I just want to get all that fucking Christmas shopping out of the way. Because I love the holiday, but I'm a typical guy, excuse me. I hate shopping. I hate it. I hate fucking shopping. I even hate shopping for myself. Like, if I have to go, like, grocery shopping and buy food, I have to buy food because I have to eat and I have to survive. The only type of shopping I like is if I'm online and I'm looking for that next movie prop, or if I'm online or in the store and I'm like, oh shit, I want that fucking movie. Really, those are the only two things I actually like to shop for, because I fucking love movies, as you can tell, and I love movie props. So I'm like, those two things. But if it's like getting gas, you know, shopping at the gas station and getting gas and, you know, buying, if I take a road trip and buy food, I'm just like, oh, I fucking hate shopping. And then if it's like for groceries or Christmas shopping, you know, the only type of shopping I liked recently was when I went to Walmart and I bought all that food for the Thanksgiving community charity food drive. Well, that was fun because I made a video out of it. 2, I was helping all those needy families and the homeless. And when I dropped it off, I'm just going by what they told me. I said, hey, how much food did you guys raise? And they said, over 100,000 bags of food were donated, including the food that you just donated, Fears. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. I said, that'll feed a lot of homeless people in the Florida area. It'll feed a lot of needy families, because they told me they just cut it down and give half the food to the homeless, like homeless shelters, because there's a bunch of homeless shelters and soup kitchens. There's a bunch of homeless shelters down in Orlando and soup kitchens. So they said, we split it down the middle. Half of it goes to the homeless shelters and the soup kitchens. And then the other half goes to needy families that sign up for the charity, that they're working and they're trying. They just don't have enough money to pay the bills and buy a Thanksgiving dinner, which is very unfortunate. So every year, I'm like, the least I can do is help somebody out and just go buy $30 or $40 worth of food. And you were only supposed to get 1 of everything. And guess what? If you guys watch the vlog, Fears got 2 of everything. So yeah. And I bought them something that wasn't even on the list. I got almost everything on the list. The only thing they told me not to get, they're like, we already have enough turkeys, Fears. Focus on the other stuff. And I said, okay. I said, great. So I didn't get the turkey, but I got everything else. And then in the vlog, I was like, I want to buy something that's not on the list. And I just thought, well, I love coffee, and I always drink coffee after I eat a big Thanksgiving meal, so I got them a big, like, tub of coffee. And I added that in. So, yeah. So, anyway, I didn't mean to go on a ramble. So, I would say the first Christmas decoration that I love is the new Christmas wrapping paper that I picked out. And I hope you guys like it whenever I do the big Christmas unboxing. Because as soon as you see it, you're going to be like, well, I know why Fears got that Christmas wrapping. There's something on the wrapping paper that I love and that I talk about all the time. So it's going to be easy to guess what it is. But I'm not going to tell you. Wait and find out for the Christmas unboxing. And it's one of the best looking wrapping paper that I've ever got. The others, like last year's was all black with white Nightmare Before Christmas characters on it. The year before that was Nightmare Before Christmas, but it was red wrapping paper with white like decorations of Nightmare Before Christmas, and it had like little pumpkins on it and a bunch of other shit. But this year I was like, I don't want to do Nightmare Before Christmas wrapping paper a 3rd time in a row. So, I'll tell you where I got it. Oh no, I better not do that. I'm not going to tell you where I got it, but let's just say this. It's probably one of the best wrapping papers that I've ever bought so far for the Christmas unboxing. It's so great that next year, wherever I buy it, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, wherever, it's going to be hard to top this wrapping paper, but because I'm looking at it right now and it's fucking epic. But I'll do my best to out top it next year. Next year, I think I'm gonna like this year. I went with all the Halloween colors. Oh well, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Almost all the Halloween colors. I did orange and green and purple. I think next year I'm gonna put orange Christmas lights at the base of the tree with all the pumpkins, and then the entire tree is gonna have nothing but purple on it. So purple lights on the tree with orange lights at the base. Because this year on the tree I did green, orange, and purple on the tree, and then orange lights at the base. Next year, I think it's just going to be orange lights at the base and purple lights all over the tree. I think that's what I'm going to go for, because I always try to do something different. So, yeah. But I'm not going to show you guys the wrapping paper. So, anyway, number 1... new Christmas wrapping paper. Christmas wrapping paper. Number 2, I would say my Christmas coffee mugs. Number 3, my Christmas lights that I have on my tree. My Clark Griswold inflatable. I haven't put him up yet, but I will. So Clark Griswold inflatable. All of my Christmas movies, because I lay them out. So, Christmas movies. My little tiny Christmas tree in the kitchen. So, tiny Christmas tree. I always have 2 trees, one in the kitchen and then one right there, because really that's the only place. It's like half in the living room, half in the doorway, and it's up against a wall, because that's really the only place. Unless if I moved Stay Puft and put the Christmas tree in the corner next year, I may put it in a different area next year, just to switch it up, because usually the tree always goes there, and I can put the inflatable right there. But yeah, anyway. All right. Let's see. Number 7. All my Christmas ornaments. All right. 3 more. All my Christmas books that I read to you guys, after I read them, I put them everywhere. So, Christmas books. My Santa decorations. Santa decor. And the only reason why I have 2 Santas is because I believe my mom bought these for me either I bought them for myself or my mom got them. I honestly can't remember. I'm 99.9% positive. It's just that 1% I don't know, but I'm 99.9% positive that my mom bought me these, because this is the American version of Santa, and this is the British version. So my mom wanted me to have both cultures in my life. So American Santa, Father Christmas, British Santa. Bam! Bam! And I put them right beside the tree on this shelf right over here. All right, Santa decor, and then number 10. Probably my Christmas tree cookie dish. Oh, well, no, well, you can put cookies on it. You can either put cookies or candy in it. So I'm going to say my Christmas tree candy dish. So Christmas tree candy dish. All right. Now we're going to do just the top 10 Christmas decor in general. That was all the stuff that I have. So, top 10 Christmas decor in general. I would say Christmas lights. Christmas lights is a big thing. Christmas tree. Christmas presents. Stockings. Santa hat. I do have a Santa hat. It's over there. Stay Puffed is currently wearing it right now, as you guys have seen in other vlogs. We still got 13 people watching. I appreciate that. Let me refresh the page and make sure it is 13, because if I don't, then the troll will be like, you're lying. You don't have 13. I actually have 14 people watching. You have to be real precise with these idiots, because they're looking for a lie. They're like, no, you don't have 13 follower spheres watching your show. You really have 15. Oh, that's another lie. And I'm like, fuck you. So I have to be real precise, or they'll drive me fucking nuts. As they always do. Man, they're a pain in the ass. Alright. Let's see, where did I leave off? Stockings, Santa hat. I would say a snowman is part of the Christmas decorations, so a snowman. I would say a Christmas, I don't have one, but I've seen my friends have them, where they have a Christmas, like, train that rides around the base of their tree. So, a Christmas train. Unfortunately, I don't have one, but I've seen people that have them. All right, 3 more. Probably elf decorations, because a lot of people decorate, Santa Claus decorations, but sometimes people leave out the elves. I've seen people decorate the elf stuff. So elf decor. Tinsel. And then one more. Tinsel and, let's see here. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've hit all the highlights. What else? Oh, Christmas inflatables. The things that people put... Well, we're not allowed to put a lot of stuff outside in our apartments. Plus, I don't want to put anything on my porch, because if you put anything on your porch, maybe someone will steal it. So I always put my inflatables inside. Right now, I've got 3, but by Christmas Eve, I'll have 4. I've got Stay Puffed, Slimer, Michael Myers inflatable in my bedroom, and then I'll probably put Clark Griswold right around the front door of the house, because he usually goes either in that corner or in the front. Last year, I think I put him in that corner. So this year, I'm going to put him in the front. All right, Christmas inflatables. All right, there we go. Nice. If you guys want me to do another top 10, you let me know, and I will do it. Bam. All right, moving on. Oh, man. I'm a little tired. Excuse me. Oh, shit. I need more coffee. All right. I watched this today. So I watched 2 movies yesterday and 2 movies today. Death Race 2050. I made a mistake the other day. I thought it was a remake of the original Death Race 2000 that was made in the 70s. I've seen a trailer of it, but I've never seen Death Race 2000. This is not a remake. It's a direct sequel to the 70s one. So actually, I watched them out of place. I watched the sequel first because I found it when I was on vacation, and I've yet to watch the original, but Pixel and Visions told me that Death Race 2000, the 70s version, they're like, Fears, we know you'll fucking like it. It's fucking amazing. You gotta watch it. So it's definitely on my watch list. But ironically, I just found the sequel. The sequel was very enjoyable. I only fell asleep once. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Lots of deaths, lots of killing. Probably one of the most funniest characters is the announcer, because he's way over the top. He's got like perfectly coiffed hair, and he's got this like tuxedo on, but it looks like the worst tuxedo that you can ever fucking wear. It looks like someone took like wallpaper and put it on a suit. I'm not even kidding. So that's my favorite character because he's so cheesy and he's so fucking over the top. And he wears this, and he's the one that announces, hey, welcome to the death race, and he gives everyone the updates on the death race. And his hair is literally, he's got so much gel in his hair, it's like, literally like, he's got it like up like this, perfectly coiffed, a massive comb over, it's like perfect hair. And he's got all of these flowers, like on his whole suit with a massive, massive bow tie. But again, his suit looks like someone took like flower wallpaper and put it on a suit. And he's just like so over the top. He's like, welcome to Death Race. The champion. Will the champion survive? The war against any war. And he's like, more carnage, more blood, more death, more killing. Welcome to Death Race 2050. And then he's like, vote now. Who will get the first kill? And he's always got a smile on his face. And I'm like, this fucking guy is hilarious. And he's sitting right next to this other female announcer. And she's super cheesy too. And he's like, who do you think will get the first kill? And he like puts the microphone like right in her fucking face. And she's like, I think Frankenstein's going to get the first kill. And I'm like, this guy. So he's without a doubt, the announcer guy is without a doubt my favorite character in the sequel. And because he's so over the top, and it looks like you never know if he's like being truthful, because he's got this over the top like smile and shit. And he's so over the top, and he's like, who will win? Death Race 2050, the ultimate challenge, more carnage, more blood, more killing, more mutilation. And I'm just like, this fucking guy is great. So he's my favorite character in the sequel. If I had to pick a second favorite character, probably Frankenstein. There's Frankenstein right there. I wish they had the announcer guy. They don't have the announcer guy on the front or the back. But if you ever watch it, remember this conversation. Like, oh yeah, there's that announcer guy that Fears was talking about. He's fucking hilarious. So he's my favorite character. My second favorite character would probably be Frankenstein, and he's right here. Who has the best car? I would say Frankenstein. Frankenstein's car is right here. Best kill in the movie? Probably when there's an AI car that nobody drives. It's just like an AI car that's submitted by the creator. And the creator just sits in the car and then she just tells the car to drive it, and the car has a personality. And one of the best kills is where the AI car, it malfunctions and all the wiring gets all fucked up, and it ends up killing its creator, and then it ends up killing another driver, and then he goes into suicide mode and blows himself up. And I was like, those 3 kills are without a doubt, because those 3 kills happen like really close to each other. First, the AI car kills its creator, then the AI car kills another driver and like runs into a driver and like kind of impales this woman in the chest, like in this area. She dies, and then literally right after the car kills her, then the car kills himself, and it goes activating suicide mode, and basically the car blows himself up. And I was like, that was 3 kills right next to each other. So those are my 3 favorite kills. And those are like my 3 favorite scenes, because I had no idea. I was like, oh shit, well he just killed these? He killed his creator, or her creator. It's a woman that creates the car. Then the car, and the car's named Abe, A-B-E, Abe. Then Abe kills another driver just fucking randomly out of nowhere. And then Abe's like, fuck it, I'm going to kill myself. So those 3 scenes are probably my favorite scenes. So it was a very enjoyable sequel. I know the 70s version is going to be 50 times better. It's on my watch list. It was just so ironic. At first, I thought this was a remake of the original. It's not a remake. It's a direct sequel. It's a direct sequel to the 70s one. So, if you like the 70s one, you'll like this one. This one is a little bit more... I've watched the trailer of the 70s. The 70s one has a couple of comedic, things that happen in it, but really, the 70s one is like a thriller, action, horror movie, basically. This one is a thriller and an action movie, and it's got a lot of kills in it. A lot of people die in it, but it's more comedic. So yeah. So there it is. So 9 out of 10. It's a solid watch. It's a solid sequel. I enjoyed the sequel. I cannot wait to watch the original. So solid sequel. Do I recommend it? If you like the first one, you'll like the second one. There we are. All right, moving on. Pixel, I finally watched it. Pixel recommended this one. Christmas, Bloody Christmas. And even though they made it look like an 80s slasher film, even though it's not filmed in the 80s, Pixel, it kind of gives me those... It kind of gives me those 80 vibes. It gives me those 80 vibes. It's basically about this woman. She's like closing up her record store. She goes out with a friend and they start drinking. And right as she closes up her record store, she goes visits a friend, and her friend works at this toy store across the street. And so she visits with her friend, and her friend has got her boyfriend in the toy store. They end up spending the night, and they're having sex in the toy store, and blah, blah, blah. And there's a robotic, kind of like Christmas Santa, that welcomes everybody like, hello, Merry Christmas, have a good day, enjoy your shopping. So you guys have all seen them, those mechanical, like, I don't even know what you call them. They're like, it's a Christmas decoration that moves, and they're like, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. It doesn't really tell you in the film why the robot malfunctions. It just malfunctions. They don't really tell you why. But it freaks out, it malfunctions, it ends up going on a mad killing spree. And then the girl that owns the record store, I don't know if she owns it. I know she works there, but they implied that she owns it. That's what it seemed. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So then that girl finds out, oh shit, this robotic Santa killed my 2 friends in the toy store. And then he is trying to kill her and all of her other friends and anyone that it comes in contact with. So, Pixel, it was very enjoyable. It doesn't get a 10 out of 10. It's got those 80s Christmas slasher vibes. It's definitely an independent film, I can tell. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's good. It wasn't perfect. It was good, though. Had a lot of cool kills in it. Very enjoyable watch. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It's definitely a nice collection. It's definitely a nice piece for the collection. So, probably my favorite kill, probably when the hot-ass girl is having sex with her boyfriend in the toy store. He takes a hatchet or an axe, whatever you want to call it, hatchets the guy, literally splits him down the middle. Then the hot-ass girl, like she's pretty much naked. She's got some great tits and ass. She goes running. The Santa catches her by the hair, takes her head, and slams it into the toy display case, not just once, a bunch. He's like, fuck you, bitch. Keeps slamming her head into the toy display, kills her. Those two deaths, without a doubt, are two of my favorite. So, yeah. Best scene? Well, I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but let's just put it this way. This girl right here, which also is pretty hot. So, she's the one that owns the record store. Take away all this blood on her face, and she is a hot-ass chick. So, she's a hot-ass chick, and then her best friend that works in the toy store. Those two girls are hot as fuck. So, I would say my favorite scene, without giving anything away, was her attempt after attempt after attempt to try to kill this Santa. It takes a lot to kill this Santa. She shoots him, stabs him, electrocutes him, everything. It takes a lot for this Santa to go down. So her attempts at trying to kill him is 2 or 3 of my favorite scenes out of the film. So, solid watch. Do I recommend it? Yes. It's goofy. It's funny. It's total slasher 80s vibes, even though they filmed it in... When did they film this? They filmed it in... Oh, when did they film this? Hang on. I can't find out where they filmed this. Let's see. Going to Google. What year did they make Christmas Bloody Christmas? Okay, so they made it. It says Christmas Bloody Christmas is a 2022 American Christmas themed horror film directed and written by Joe, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, Joe Beddoes, I think is how you say his last name. So even though they filmed it in 2022, it's totally got that 80s Christmas slasher vibes. So, definitely a 9 out of 10. Solid watch. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to give a big shout out to Pixel Protocol for recommending this film. Pixel, nice. I totally enjoyed it. Totally enjoyed it. Solid watch. Gotta watch it. Check it out. Alright. The third film I watched was The Best of Both Worlds. This one. There's a lot of movies, but I watched this one. It is considered a movie because it's a 2-hour episode, and I looked it up. Let me grab my phone. I looked it up if I could rate it on my movie app, and it is. So it is because it's a 2-parter. It's one of the best like cliffhanger episodes in Star Trek history. It is fucking amazing. Let me grab my phone real quick. So, let me open up my app. So, and for anyone that has never downloaded Letterbox right here, you guys have got to check out this. It's such a great movie app. So, the other day I watched, Speak No Evil, New Year's Evil. So, I still need to rate Christmas, Bloody Christmas, and the other movie that I'm about to review after this one. But there it is. Star Trek, The Next Generation, the best of both worlds, right there. So, I didn't know they considered that two-parter an actual film. But, if you look, they considered the first pilot episode, Encounter at Farpoint, which is one of my favorite episodes, because it sets the tone for Star Trek, The Next Generation. So, right here. So, a couple days ago, Star Trek, Encounter at Farpoint, they considered that a film too. So, I was like, oh shit, well if they consider that pilot a full-on movie, because the pilot is like 2 hours and I think 30 minutes? It's like 2 hours and some change is Encounter at Farpoint. The Best of Both Worlds is 2 hours and some change too. It's a great. If you guys have never seen the episode, The Best of Both Worlds, it's basically the first half of it is Captain Picard trying to defeat the Borg, and at the end of the first half, the Borg come aboard his ship, take Captain Picard, and basically essentially turn him into a Borg, and the Borg are like, we've had a lot of encounters with humans, but we speak all together as a collective, and we've chose you, Picard, to speak for us. And they basically essentially turn him into a Borg, and then Riker becomes captain of the Enterprise, and he's like, well, fuck those Borgs, I'm not going to give up on my captain, and I'm going to rescue the captain and have the doctor surgically take out all those pieces that made him into a Borg and defeat the Borg at the same time. So not only do they rescue the captain in the second half, they blow up a massive Borg ship, but they rescue the captain and they're able to turn him back into a human and get rid of all that cybernetic shit that they put into Captain Picard. It gets a perfect 10 out of 10. If you guys have never seen it, it is fucking so damn good. It's fucking brilliant. You guys have to check it out. It's fucking amazing. Amazing. And then the last one that I want to do, I haven't rated it yet, so probably after the stream I'm gonna, because I already rated Death Race and I already rated The Best of Both Worlds. I need to rate this one, and then the very last one I watched was the very last episode of season 7, and it's called All Good Things, and they stop it right there because it's supposed to hyphen All Good Things Must Come to an End. It's the very last episode in season 7, and it's a pilot. It's not a pilot. It's a closer movie. The episode is 2 hours long, and it basically just ties everything up and answers a lot of questions of the entire 7 years that Star Trek Next Generation was on. Again, it's a long episode. It's 2 hours long, but it is so good. That episode is, they consider that a movie, because if you write it in, watch. Star Trek Next, well, if I could write, Next Generation. Hang on. There it is right there. So that they consider that a movie. All Good Things. So, before I go to work tonight, I'm going to rate Encounter at Farpoint. I'm sorry, I've already done that one. I'm going to rate All Good Things, and I'm going to rate Christmas, Bloody Christmas in my app. So I watched the very last episode, 2 hours long. Solid watch. It totally gets a 10 out of 10. It's just as good as the Best of Both Worlds, if not better. Captain Picard time travels. He time travels to the past, then he goes back to the present, then he goes from the present to the future, then when he's in the future, he goes from the future back to the past. He's all over the fucking place. And basically, Q is up to his old tricks, just fucking with Captain Picard's mind, and he's fucking with the crew of the Enterprise. And Q says, it's not me that destroys humanity, it's you, Picard, and your crew. And you're going to have to figure out a way to fix it, or you're doomed. And not only are you and your crew doomed, but the entire human race is doomed. So he has to basically deal with Q, deal with time travel, and figure out a way to solve all this bullshit, before he can, before something very bad happens. So yeah, not only does he achieve it, defeat Q, he saves the human race, and again, they tie up a lot of loose ends. And it's just a great, well put together film. And it's amazing. If you guys have not checked it out, you have to totally check it out. It is by far one of the greatest episodes ever of Star Trek. I'd say the best 2 hour ones are Encounter at Farpoint, All Good Things, The Best of Both Worlds, and there's one more. I think it's Star Trek Next Gen Unification. I think that's a 2 hour episode. Those 4 are fucking brilliant. Epic. Amazing. They're so good. Anyway. Alright. Let's go to the wall and pick something out for Fears to watch tonight. Alright. What am I in the mood for? You know what? I think I'm going to go with a Christmas movie. I've never seen this version of A Christmas Carol. I've never seen this version. I've got a lot of versions of A Christmas Carol, but I've never seen this, and I've never owned this until now. Albert Finney's Scrooge. So I'm going to go with that one tonight. I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to go with... let's go with a comedy. I've only seen bits and pieces of this, and all my fans are like, Fierce, I cannot believe you've never sat down and watched this movie all the way through. I never have, until now. So tonight, I'm going to finally sit down and watch Fast Times at Ridgemount High. With Spicoli. Jeff Spicoli is in this. That's Sean Penn's character name. And he's right... there he is. I cannot wait to sit down and watch this classic. And Sean Penn, as Jeff Piccoli, wears one of Fears' favorite shoes. He wears Vans. There's 2 shoes that Fears loves to wear. Converse and Vans. So, I'm looking forward to watching all the bonus features. And, because I love all the behind-the-scenes shit. And finally sitting down and watching this whole movie from start to finish. So there we are. Those are the 2 watches tonight. Alright, let's move on. Alright. Next, Christmas in Orlando. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to write down some of the stuff that I do to celebrate Christmas in Orlando. And then we're actually going to look up and find some things Because as long as I've been here, I try and celebrate the best I can, without my family being here. I've had some of my family visit me. My mom's visited a couple times. My aunts visited. My brother came to visit whenever I got into that big wreck. He helped me for 3 weeks because I had I still have the big cut down my chest, but it hurt so bad I could barely move off the couch. So my brother helped me for about 3 or 4 weeks, preparing all my meals, helping me get to the shower, because if you guys remember those streams, it took me forever to get off the couch, sit down on the floor. As long as I was sitting, doing a stream, I was fine, but getting up before and after my brother left, it was a fucking nightmare. That pain is probably the worst pain. That pain was even worse than whenever my stomach hurts. It was so bad. But I try and celebrate Christmas the best I can. That's why I'm trying to find a better job. Because my mom's like, oh, I'd love for you to, she goes, I don't care that you live out there, but I would love for you to come and celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas more. And I was like, Mom, there's no way that they're going to let me have Thanksgiving. Or even though we get Christmas and Thanksgiving off, there's no way that they would, at my job right now, the job I'm in, there's no way that they would let me take a week off, like the Christmas week, and there's no way that they would let me have Thanksgiving week off, because they always want me to work before the holiday and after the holiday, because we got so much shit to do around the holidays. And I was like, Mom, until I find a better job that I could take off a week and visit you guys around Christmas, that's just how it is. So I have been desperately applying for jobs better than FedEx. And I've had a couple of hits, but nothing solid. So my mom's like, well, don't give up that job until you find a better job. And I said, exactly. So I definitely have been trying to find a better job. I really have. All right, let's continue on. All right, here we go. All right. Things I do at Christmas in Florida. Number one, I always go for some type of Christmas dinner at Friar Tuck. So, Christmas dinner at Friar Tuck's. Joey, I cannot believe that you only gave, didn't you say, you said you and your girlfriend went and ate there? Didn't you say, correct me if I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, I'll admit it, didn't you give that restaurant a 7 out of 10? I cannot believe you gave it a 7 out of 10. Trust me when I say this, guys. Or at least I think so. Joey's allowed to have his own opinions. I'm allowed to have it. I eat there a lot more than Joey and his girlfriend. I'm going to give their food a fucking 10 out of 10. Like, I took Larry, whenever Larry came to visit me, he was like, Fears, you were right. This is some really good food. I got a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich whenever I ate with Larry. Larry got their fish and chips. Their food is fucking amazing. But Joey, I think, I don't want to put words in Joey's mouth. I don't know for sure. I think you and your girlfriend said you gave it a 7 out of 10. But if you're ever in the Florida area, go to Claremont. It's located in Claremont. Go to Friar Tuck's. The food is fucking fantastic. All right, so Christmas dinner at Friar Tuck's. Number 2, I always go and drive around and check out the Christmas lights around my area. So Christmas lights. Disney on Christmas Eve. Number 4, Disney on Christmas Day. Number 5, I always go, I always go to the, they don't have a church service on Christmas Day, but they have a Christmas Eve church service at my church. So, Christmas Eve, church service, and they always put a lot of time and effort into the Christmas Eve church service. They have a little meal, but because I'm going to LC's, I just have a little snack after the church service. Like I'll have a cookie or a slice of cake because I know I'm going to eat dinner at LC's party and I don't want to get filled up. So yeah. Speaking of LC's Christmas party, that's the next one on the list. So number 6, LC's Christmas party. Number 7, Christmas decorating my house. All right, number 8, what else? Oh, I always look forward to editing the Christmas vlog because usually the Christmas vlog gets a lot of fucking views. So, Christmas vlog. Let's see, I need 2 more. I don't know if Joey's still here. I asked him if I got the rating right, and he hasn't responded. So, let me know, though, Joey. If I'm wrong, then I'll say I'm wrong. But I think I remember you saying, you're like, Fears, the food was all right. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I remember you saying that. I could be totally wrong. If I'm wrong, Joey, you let me know. But I think you said that. Which, by the way, when I met Joey and his girlfriend, surprisingly, they were very nice. I thought Joey was going to give me a lot of shit. Not only did he apologize for giving me so much shit, he said, Fears, I fucking crossed the line. I'm sorry. He goes, I'll still probably tease and joke around. He goes, but I won't troll you anymore. And I said, thank you. I appreciate that. His girlfriend, super nice. Very sweet, very nice. I forgot her name, Joey. Classic Fears memory, I forgot. But Joey and his girlfriend watch me all the time. Just like how Visions and his girlfriend watch me all the time. I knew that Joey watched. But he's like, oh no, Fears. He goes, my girlfriend watches too. And I was like, that's cool. That's really cool. All right. I need 2 more. Let's see. What else do I do around Christmas? Oh, I do the Christmas live stream. I always look forward to that. Christmas live stream. I always look really forward to that. And I not only do that, I do a Christmas Eve live stream. Like after I get done hanging out with LC, even though it's super late, I'm like, well, I'm not going to let the fans down. So as soon as I get done with LC's party, which will probably be like 1 or 2 in the morning, because that's how it was last year. Excuse me. I keep burping, excuse me. All right. Last year, I got home from LC's like at 1:45 or some shit like that. And even though I was tired as fuck, I was like, well, I'm not going to let the fans down. And I did a super late Christmas Eve live stream. Then the next day, because technically it was Christmas, I slept for a couple hours, woke up, did the Christmas unboxing, filmed it. Then I went to Disney, I believe, last year. I think I did. I can't remember. And then when I got back, I did a Christmas Day live stream. So just like last year, this Christmas I'm gonna be very busy with events. So yeah. All right, Christmas Eve live stream. For number 10, I'm gonna do a Christmas Day live stream. So Christmas Day live stream. So that's what I do to celebrate Christmas in Florida. Now, let's go to Google, and I'm just going to write in things to do at Christmas time in Orlando and see what pops up. Because I don't think I've ever looked for events. So, things to do around the Christmas season in Orlando, Florida. Let's see what pops up. Oh, wow. A lot. It says, here are 15 things to do while you're either living in Orlando or visiting Orlando in the Christmas season. So check this out. Let me scroll down. And these are just 15. I mean, there's a lot. It says, watch a Christmas parade. Be a part of Orlando's Christmas celebration, watching some of the many festival parades marching across the streets in and around the Orlando area. People from the troops, so it says, of the armed forces, line up with marching bands, dancers, festive costumes, characters, floats, Santa Claus, and much, much more. I didn't know they did a Christmas parade in Orlando. That's pretty cool. I did not know that. It says, number 2, visit a winter wonderland. Visit Orlando's winter wonderland set up all over the city. Promises visitors a Christmas experience that they'll never forget. December weather, head to any of them to enjoy some snow. So they must either shred ice or they'll use fake snow. Enjoy some snow, some ice skating, live entertainment, fun activities, carnivals, Christmas music, Christmas markets, and much, much more in Orlando's Christmas Winter Wonderland. I didn't know about that either. Number 3, watch the Orlando Spectacular Light Show. Christmas is a time when Orlando lights up the sky with brilliant displays of fireworks, laser lights, Christmas decorations, and much more. This spectacular festival site lights up the sky of Orlando. That's pretty cool. I didn't know about that either. So that was number 3. Number 4, come to Orlando and decorate the official Orlando Christmas tree. Every part of Orlando has its own set of Christmas trees, Christmas lights, Christmas events, and Christmas decor. In the center of Orlando is a gigantic Christmas tree that allows the public to come and help decorate it each year. Again, I didn't know. I didn't know about that either. Number 5, watch the Christmas boat parade. Each year in Orlando, Christmas boats parades in the water and does a amazing Orlando Christmas decoration display of each person that owns a boat decorating their own boat in their own festive way. I didn't know about that either. Number 6, go shop at a Christmas market. Christmas markets in Orlando pop up more like carnivals with rides, fun, activities, competitive games for the whole family to love and enjoy. These pop-up markets also bring a great Christmas spirit and the Christmas season vibes to anyone that lives here or travelers that come to visit the Orlando area. These are all things I didn't know about. This is pretty cool. So that was number 6. Number 7, attend a Orlando Christmas special performance. The cultural scene of Orlando also gets festive around December with Christmas-themed concerts, plays, musical, opera, ballet performances, and much more. Make sure to book your seat in advance. Now, those I did know about. I've just never attended one of those. Number 8, enjoy Orlando's Christmas caroling. Members of the Orlando City Council, along with Orlando citizens, gather once a year to go Christmas caroling. I didn't know about that either. That's pretty cool. Number 9, catch a classic holiday movie screening. Watch a holiday movie in a Christmas tradition for most people in Orlando. Many theaters, parks, and city halls host special screenings of some of the most iconic classic Christmas movies. That's pretty cool. That was number 9. Now, number 10 I have done. Have the most magical Christmas at Disney World. I've done that many times, but I'll read it. It says, Walt Disney World Resort, Orlando, is all set for Christmas with decorations, new rides, special events, live performances, and more. This holiday season, be sure to have the most magical Christmas with Mickey at Walt Disney World. I've done that many times. That was number 10. All right, number 11, Spend the most magical Christmas at Universal. Like Disney, Universal Studios has holiday parades, festive decor to Christmas, special Christmas menus, and a winter wonderland that will have you and your family having the most magical Christmas. I've never done Christmas at Universal. I've been to Universal. Anyway, that was just 10. They had 15 on the list, but I'm gonna stop there. But that's a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. Some I knew about, some I did not know about. But that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh man. All right. There we go. Let's see here. Still got 12 people watching. Nice. That's awesome. All right. I think I'm gonna stop there. I think I'm gonna do the history of the Christmas tree tomorrow because I am getting a little tired. So yeah. Plus, I've been setting mini goals for myself. I am determined to get a vlog up tonight. So I'm gonna work on that lost footage of that convention. I need to figure out what year it's in because, like I said, before I went to work last night, I just was checking my hard drive to see how many vlogs I'm behind, and I'm about 6 or 7 vlogs behind. So I really need to get moseying. And as I was looking through each album, because I always put all my footage very organized. If it's a Christmas vlog, Christmas 2024 vlog, bam, I'll put the footage in there. Halloween 2024, bam, put it in there. And I just looked through an album, and this album was not listed, and it was all this old footage of me at one of Jeff's shows. I'm going to try and find out what show this is and what year. Hopefully I say, yeah, I'm at this toy convention and give the date. I honestly don't know when I did this and what month. I have no idea. I'll figure it out, though. It has to be recent, though, within the last 2 or 3 years, because it's one of Jeff's shows. I just don't know what show, but I'm going to watch the footage tonight while I edit it and find out. So I'll figure it out. Anyway, that about sums it up for today, my friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Fears on Fears Vlogs. Check me out, FearsMan26 on Instagram, FearsMan26 on TikTok. Check out the Sag Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on YouTube. Also check out the Sag Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. Cheers to you, Sega. Check out Visions, Lord Visions, www.exhumevisions.com. Check out my friend Tinder Immortal on YouTube. Tinder, get off your ass and upload some more videos. And last, but certainly not least, follow my buddy Randall, Lord Randall, Cameo Man 2021, and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. All right, Fears is taking off. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And this is Fears. Signing off. Peace. Deuces. And I'll see you guys later. Shunk!